They laughed at the quiet American student. Not knowing humans don't explode first. They wait. They didn't stop talking when Ethan walked in. That was the first sign. On Earth, when someone enters a room and conversation pauses, it means they matter, even if people hate them. Here, no pause. No silence. No curiosity. Just continued voices layered with something worse than insult. Indifference. Ethan felt it settle on his shoulders like weight. The Galactic Integration Academy was enormous. Ceilings too high. Walls carved from materials older than human civilization. Species from 100 systems filled the hall. Towering, armored, glowing, sharp-toothed, winged. And then there was him. Average height, soft skin. No claws, no fangs, no visible weapons. A human male from America, 19 years old. He felt eyes flick over him the way people look at background noise. A Velkari male leaned toward his group and said, not quietly, "That's the human?" Another replied, "Looks unfinished." Laughter followed. Not cruel. Casual. And that hurt more. Because humans can endure cruelty. What breaks them slowly is dismissal. Ethan took his seat at the back. He didn't shrink. He didn't puff up. He simply observed. Because that's what humans do when they're outmatched. They watch. The instructor began listing achievements. Velkari combat lineage, 6 generations. Dravex hive tactician, ranked elite. Zalnari neural prodigy. Each announcement came with nods, pride, expectation. Then the instructor paused. Ethan Cole, Earth. Nothing else. No achievements listed. No enhancements. No legacy. Just a planet. Just a name? The room filled the silence for him. A female alien whispered, "They should have sent a soldier." Another answered, "Humans don't have those." Ethan stared at the desk. Inside his chest, a familiar tightening formed. Not fear. Not anger. Recognition. He had felt this before. In school classrooms. In locker rooms. In interviews where people smiled too politely. Humans grow up learning something most species never have to. The world doesn't owe you belief, so you stop explaining. You stop correcting. You let people be wrong. Because explaining yourself drains energy. And humans learned long ago, energy is survival. The first test and the first lie. The practical evaluations began on day 3. Survival arena, 2 students. 1 objective, limited time. Ethan's name appeared beside Krathen of the Velkari. Gasps. Whispers. Krathen was huge, broad, scarred, decorated with ritual. Markings earned through combat. He looked down at Ethan like someone examining an insect. "I'll finish this fast," Krathen said. Ethan nodded. "Okay." That response threw Krathen off. Humans were supposed to beg, or boast, or threaten. Not agree. The arena sealed. Gravity increased. Heat rose. The moment Krathen charged, the crowd leaned forward. Ethan moved awkwardly. Too slow. Too human. Exactly what Krathen expected. And that was the lie. Because humans don't fight like predators. They fight like survivors. Ethan let his foot slip, just enough. Krathen lunged. And missed. The ground gave way. A pit trap. Crude. Primitive. Deadly. Krathen hit hard, stunned. Before he could recover, weighted debris followed. The match ended in silence. Not cheers. Not boos. Just confusion. Ethan stood there breathing hard, hands shaking slightly. Not from fear. From restraint. Because the hardest thing for a human is not violence. It's holding back. Humiliation is a slow poison. After that, nobody laughed. They did something worse. They tested him. Microaggressions. Interrupting him mid-sentence. Standing too close. Taking his equipment. Things predators do when dominance feels uncertain. Ethan endured it. He didn't confront. Didn't complain. Because humans know something bullies never understand. The moment you react emotionally, you confirm their power. So Ethan cataloged. Voices. Behaviors. Patterns. The group survival trial came next. Ethan's team dismissed his input immediately. "You're not a fighter," one said. "Carry supplies." Ethan obeyed. Night fell. Predators came. The aliens panicked. Weapons failed. Formations broke. Ethan waited until fear peaked. Then he spoke. "Once, lights off. Stop moving." They hesitated. 2 seconds. Too long. 2 were dragged away screaming. After that, they listened. They survived. But no one thanked him. They avoided his gaze. Because being saved by someone you dismissed hurts the ego more than death. When humans are pushed too far, the instructors escalated. Final trial. Live environment. No teams. No simulations. Real predators. Real injuries. Real death. Ethan was alone. The moon was hostile. Cold. Sharp terrain. Limited oxygen. He was injured early. Deep cut along his arm. Blood soaked his sleeve. Pain pulsed. He remembered his mother's voice. If you panic, you waste oxygen. So he breathed slower. Pain didn't vanish. But fear did. Because fear is optional. Survival isn't. Ethan moved with care. Used terrain. Let predators fight each other. Waited. Waited longer. By dawn, extraction teams found him kneeling. Not collapsed. Alive. Focused. Thinking. One medic whispered, "You shouldn't have made it." Ethan looked up. "Humans rarely should," he said. "But we do." The council gathered. Not to congratulate, to understand. An elder finally asked, "Why didn't you show your capability sooner?" Ethan answered calmly, "Because if you show strength early, people prepare." He paused. "If they think you're weak, they make mistakes." Silence filled the chamber. The elders realized the truth. Humans weren't aggressive. They were adaptive. They didn't dominate environments. They learned them. They didn't seek control. They waited until control was unavoidable. Ending. Why this story stays with you. After that day, humans weren't mocked. They were watched. Because humans don't announce danger. They blend in. They endure. They observe. And when they finally act, it's already over. They thought the American student was weak. That was their first mistake. Humans only ever need one.